Absia for mam nyina kwa baba UTV so Mmara ne sesen eno so ebre foforo na aba betu otwedi ampadaro ma yeti nkoma ye de enchiche mu fa Mmara ne mu bro na ye call very interesting area bia enkofo ntanka watem se aba be hu esanse ne Ghana ha se obi ekuta phone obi akọ internet so uma me e wa kura se kura otumi send ni momo ono so tumi gi wo momo ana otumi receive wo momo na che ye ka cyber security ana internet so ban body a na me no mienu nyina say de ye nyina ye wo mbi one flow bi ko bi be frɛ wo one ko internet so a obekọ akọ print bibi ana bibi sa internet de aba a ne ye enete e so fa me village ye fia pokra Mmara ne sesen na akosia de bia ye de bro ye pon asori wie ya na ye nya abocha busu mu no ye sunsua Mmara ne ye tu ye hofo na wan kase me hunu ye anka so na Mmara na di na do eko ene ye ba behwe nsem a ebebo emi enu nyina ya me fast na kase ma this way chocolate drink do hia any ensuo she na special drinks a ye wo mu ahoro na se varieties bebre ne banana pineapple chese awodo nyina nkora no ko school a ne bo so da fom na de bia hye nkora ne bag no mako school na chese wo ma nkwa nkosese na ne ya ba behwe nsem nyina mu no cyber crime ya make up any kase lawyer ye Francis Kojo Kwatin Arthur na chese wo ba beto no bo adwudwa Mmara ni madi akomra ni mama ya hwese se wo sendi obi na say dia aba so no so obi ni obi wo ho woni jaa ya wo say am wo naked photo no de akosendi wo platform bi so wo say am di naked photo bi atoso to de bi ankofo ko nkro nkuma awdo no nkran ketenkete ko dware wo madagya da so no watwa no de asende wo kwa ama no ne aman a wo ko anim ti say America ni Europe a se sa video ni bi kra wo phone so ankola wo madagya da ho a ye bechew wan hwe kra ne ye de so boabo so ye pedophile obi oya wenga osese nkola na wo mpene senti na ne cyber fraud no eye cyber crime ehwem bone a obetimi na internet so obi send uska bikura na money laundering na onim ene ebekọ ni nyina mam ye hu Mmara no ye tu ye hofo ye ba sisi anafe ye de mu nchechi wu no ye ne nyina abram na eba na ye de lawyer ache na afi akọ Absia for Samuel akwa ba bi o Mmara ne sesen na de nkomo fa cyber security be hyehyɛ so no hu so obi asend WhatsApp ana message ana wa send momo na nye ne kwan so a Mmara ne se wan hwe ya na ya act na ba no ubetimi akodam ye mpene senti ni ye dika yi wa so tire se ye wo Mmara aba cyber crime nti o so otu ho efo ma mfa nchi akese Emma Lorraine exclusive ye shop kese o motonton tade camera ba na ye se o ko adwuma mu o ko asori o pia ko party bibia o mo so e na odi e be mo looking very sharp decent exquisite e wo be bia o ko bia o mo East Legon opposite Tomrick Hotel o number is 0244 183181 ye Lorraine's exclusive boutique and one address here. Me fan chia kese ma yewra lawyer Francis Kojo Kwatin Arthur lawyer yamakwaba. Yo. Lawyer there was be say na no ye ba ha be kire ye Mmara na fa privacy any adim na ye ko cyber security da se pa so wo say wada je we ho. Ye ko cyber security say the new act aba. Nti se si Mmara wo ho no ye ka say cyber security a anas odi e ka say cyber act ade ye no internet so anas Mmara ya be ekyeresen
yo me da say hema vim lady esanso chia etifo nyina say ewie mwageme o mfie ye ka the Cyber Security Act no a ye frɛ no Cyber Security Act 2020 Act 1038 Act.
It is a Mmara for cry.
I am Raffle for cry. And can so cry. And can so cry. Oko ni China. Oko the China no be home the date of Gazette notification. 29th December 2020.
Until COVID year money a year law no.
Right.
Okay.
COVID year money a year law na. I feel so semebo amwa. We share the preamble of the Winner Act now say an act to establish the Cyber Security Authority to regulate cyber security activities in the country, to promote the development of cyber security in the country, and to provide for related matters. no ye ba ko na afi wo ko section
but I can see ba ko e de ye act we law we ne better authority a e be hwe internet dwumedie so no bone a e wo
authority. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You be ko honom say emre be mu a.
Okay.
Na wo hwe wo ko section 97 honom a omo defining what constitutes a cyber crime.
Okay.
At least yen Ghana ye mra na edi edwuma na kire say nothing is a crime if it is not defined in law and the punishment so prescribed. But this one, they are giving you the definition.
Okay.
So it is defined here, and the punishment that goes along with it is also prescribed accordingly. Into section 97, or define cyber crime to mean the use of cyberspace, information technology, that is IT, or electronic facilities to commit a crime.
Tiadie bia boni a obedi a wonam internet so ana electronic infidie bia so eno no ebeye crime ebeye cyber crime.
Okay. For instance,
eno no ye so esono eno na esono boni aka na eye wo criminal act no wo
we there
we identify we say
we foforo bi abainti yayem law to cater for it.
Okay.
We share a criminal code no more 1960. 1960 so meaning share that time now. Na internet any mobile phones, smartphones no etisa. Nti as society is very dynamic. Senior society e kono na e ba. Niam nso e ba no na ehun sunso so e ba nti e say man penifo no na membufo no ye Mmara to take care of all that. Nti say na me explain bibi regarding the cyber crime. Oh yeah, na say ni abaso no say oh sa no biafra. So we juma wo ahanum say my send you sika say
ampa
but modern afa send me so we 3 months yedru a na so say o me ba wo hwe phone so bon no kra bon so no bi so send you sika e bia na no ne pepe bia na unia ene ne nje beba once the person has called no ehumobro nti now also they are sending no back then you realize that I mean you have been a victim of a fraud. I mean, no say
a cyber crime.
It's a cyber crime.
Okay. Omo no ma sheda ye o unu ebi wo London wa ma na oni e mo si tuawe na oboa o. Enso no aka so tuawe eno so ye say ofra o telephone so eno so cyber crime.
Eno so cyber crime nti o hwe definition and I say it means the use of cyberspace, information technology.
Okay.
Or electronic facilities.
Okay.
To commit a crime.
Okay.
It's just as simple as that.
Okay. Nti enye internet nko a betime telephone betime computer electronic technology,
information technology. Okay. You see, you can say information communication technology. ICT age. Nti bibi obetime use anything that falls under it. E dey idiboni bia no. You fall squarely within
cyber
this
okay. Until I'm breaking it down. Omo a bi o sending a boy bi video and now sending no photo. No ne wo ho na yesi nkofo bi ye bibi e friend is phone sex. A video den nene mafoi. So omo aso na di internet technology buy. Nti o wa brochire ana wo kumase girl no won kran ha. O wa friend no oni ne video no wa school e bi kra ko 2 minister bi na nsi obi video ye. Okay. Era kanda pass and buy na video so ana obi akotwa no de akosende ni ade sa na ema no se bia na oni nipa no wo ho e na oni ni ho biem ono na ese so de ni phone ko repairs so ho ana bi ko no de akomo bia no so ye se e ba under cyber crime na
yo
woman no kwan so on send you but wa send wa deja e de abeto abontin
yo nti eno sa no the Cyber Security Act no adequately takes care of that.
Okay.
It makes provisions for that.
Okay.
Into Yanko section 67.
Section 67. Section 67 no.
Yes.
Okay, 67 no. 67 they say a person shall
before
not,
you go to the 67 also the heading now. The main heading no natural
other online sexual offenses.
Okay. Now if we win the any non-consensual sharing of intimate image into kamami.
Okay. Into non-consensual so obi ama okwan na wo share ni photo wo de komo obi wo send ko to baby say Facebook, YouTube your offense
What they can mami?
I say a person shall not with intent to cause serious emotional distress intentionally distribute or intentionally cause another person to distribute the intimate image or prohibited visual recording of another identifiable person without the consent of the person depicted in the intimate image or and in respect of which there was a reasonable expectation of privacy both at the time of creation of the image or visual recording and at the time of the offense, at the time the offense was committed.
Yes, it's a mouthful. As it's and say, young fan say, Quabnane, Mmara, now only a girl, and I know only a boy. You were on very good terms, excellent terms. Mupie ekujina more, mutu pizza, way. I mean, Uhusa, pizza no cry. We bu another dia share. That it. You guys were flowing, and afi bibi binti. Sisi a kasa bamuntem. Na kasa na bamuntem ninti. Edi ebufu nso aba. Now, bia na bema na so ba no. Ni phone ba akoso. Bia oba no na twa bema na bia time bema na dware ana bema na da. Nso a bema na nkasa na twa e na ode sen ne oba no. But when nyina na ewo omumu ba akofo nso. Na nso esan ya kasa benti. Na wa ye de we distribute or they are called to quanchain.
Okay. The internet no dey quanchain.
Internet ni be them e be epimu pa e be so e quanchain. Yemfa no WhatsApp yi. Me ne won komo aye die no one on one no e epimu asem.
Okay. Eni abonten.
Na nso se me no we koye video. Na se wo upload sa video no onto your status. WhatsApp.
Ho ye kwan ho.
You are
amansan behu
kwan hu obi a otwemu bia behu bi it is Facebook. Facebook is an aspect of it is private and an aspect of it too is public.
I see.
When you post that image no wall it's a public space.
I see.
Na a messenger who use Facebook Messenger they send a private messenger no ye dey mo no no hwe law na say at the time amoye no now there was an expectation of a certain degree of privacy. Enya bonten they say ntina mema deja ana wo deja picture ebe to me phone so ana me dey to wo dey so so at ase na esan say bufuo na bani nti na afi wo de ko wo twi na efi piem akoto kwan abonten wo ye na saa no according to section 67 no
watomra
okay
it council law iba 2020 sabre na efi aswas dey ga mase mi na mai it senka sabre na ka law no wo a de odi video no beto abonten watomra ho
it depends
so mutwa video no wo dem and also a copy oba na so nti obi so
wa copy oba na so sesen
obi say one be ma foforo hye dem nti say obi di say video no beto abonten because o copy so no na ye nipa miensa pe na wo ho be ma na o copy o mo so no e no oba no any supposed another be ma wo ho no nti nipa miensa e na ye active video no say video no beto internet so a why na a cyber crime we be che no
nti sa video no there is that particular instance no say me kaye a be say ni kunu ye be me be and he was threatening the lady and all that and no will not fall under this
asa
they be
e be fall under there
so and no cry no there be mana okunu no say watch no na we twa no video o de na beto abonten otumi siu be mana
otumi siu be mana
straight away
for breach of privacy na se sa abre no ampalas wo chire mu say se sa abre no se ma ware kra we entitled to privacy.
It's just as simple as that.
Ti be man to me ka so we me yire
they be you don't own the person. The person has a certain degree of now so akoto no say sebe obu adwaman a Mmara e kire bibia kwan wo de ne be fa so say obetwa ni video say wache no e de na to abonten no menim Mmara betumi age wo
just send it straight what Mmara no
what dey be nti ye kan na me che say ye kan privacy a privacy ye fapem ye ge wo nsem pa na che say o fa hu de nyina ye ge wo nsem
I see
nti privacy no de Mmara bi ani ho no mo a e de privacy e di agro
okay
okay article 18.2 of the 1992 Constitution to say na o ye na last time na obehu say every person has a right to the freedom. I mean, or chane dem within in communication, whatever. Bibi obeye biya no wodi fa hudi.
Inti omo ne nkofo so bon komo ase na say beef ya be celebrity for say watwe one ni mienu nkomo. So kan say bi sesi ase se me no mienu di nkomo WhatsApp a yentem ase e wo piem eni abonten. Endi obi di beto abonten se me no wa enya asem. Na lawyer me say o lawyer na no o send me message say efia hi efia de na me afedi hi no send ma me nko na me de abeto abonta me do din a hye na lawyer send me message a
na me can no privacy no eso e bia wo yes to prove a point but the fact of the matter is that the only avenue you can use without breaching the person's privacy.
Okay,
as at the time nipa na ye no as nipa na expect say o de beba beto abonten ana ena ebufu abani nti na we pagya pie hu asem e de beto nkwanchen just to prove a case eno no wo wa no yie
and the celebrities for more case o
so ati say
when I say the omo yesa nkomo we no we dey abeto
say no and I make kind of for lack of knowledge my people
yeah my people perish they are perishing too
so ati say nti enye ye wade nyina ho kwan nanso ye nyina na fata so ati say woni obi edi nkomo e bi atime a woni nipa na edi nkomo na ebuo ni fadie bi wo ho no nti ono e kan kukuo mu nsem esum asem bi no mo di hu nkomo ene ebufu aba no Mmara no ma ho kwan so be pagya ato abonten
oya asem we dey o say ka ye sheda twa ye bo
Mmara no ma ho kwan wo yesa no a especially we use abefu ni o me ye de ba ke be timi afakwan bi so the Cyber Security Act because you distributed those conversations, those material through electronic means. You fall squarely under the cyber crime. And ne krakra na say ye nyina ye nya hwe yie. Enye nkomo bia nso na so oni obi die. Enne mo ye fine enne mo sere. It wouldn't be like that every day.
Forever.
Nti ye sonne new maybe su kakra. That I mean and one American but the caution is that look, if the person feels aggrieved and consults his or a lawyer, the lawyer can take you on.
Okay. Lawyer hwe say o platform bi so. And na to say example here me. Enya wo na wo distribute here de. Obi di abeto so. Na wo so wa share. On say no so cost on saying social media. No be say asuma si akochi no na ne obema bi da because if you actually think dey kan ba ye nkofo bebre so share. Nti wo platform so no obi di abeto so. Na so ana homa. Ona wo ye one book telephone no why una akodi konkonsa. Won say no ko di ato platform we so na dey mo hu de. Mati asemo ye aba asuma si ne akochi no eno so enya wo na wo de ba ye o.
Oh say to say the last time I agreed with you, you are studying to become a lawyer, which is very impressive. Why you say defamation? Now, you slander. Obi didi obi atem. That is slanderous, isn't it? What na what? What say you know? So I go country obi. Your friend is saying publication.
Publication.
Oh, Mmara chewa na enjo.
Echo.
So whatever consequence the gentleman will suffer.
Also can ho.
O can ho bi.
You say ja wanke obi nte.
They obi. So una wo so pagya wo odi free mohanam abeka junction. E de kusi la pass. Enye wanka la pass of we hu.
Hey lawyer what they was so obo hobi because Ghana for just say ante ye ti ya ye musebu mpo say oh asem we what is the other side of so asem ni nyina ani and the ote ya no ahye no de ama e na what way e na no so de ahye nti obi a o ye say bia
nti se nipa no ye nipa titiri bi na say share that private information bi aba without the consent. So what I say na so to okuhu utu anamon ekuhia ne lawyer bisa ne lawyer mu a they can make a case against you.
Okay.
Intermediate advice am dey be man so no say wo mu bia opepeso be peja bibi information bi a emfa ho na nso we hu ne baby ana say woni obi in good times you've shared information which was supposed to be private. Na say bufu abenti wo do ko to abontin so person yes anu a please just make sure you have enough money in the bank account.
Because Lord dey becho what
dey bomodian so be benye ske bi be publishing bi nti what dey your board you chato so how you money na monko eno anu no
Lord be ma ya ba because one of the aspects of Mmara we me kan no say e was say cyber security authority for no omo cheche because when cheche wo mpa me dwene wo madwene koso say asemi ba ya obi aye papa no kai kofo to omo ni si obi so na omo so kan asomasi ni papa no
bodin
na kan say dey wa kire mi say I can mention any name.
Thank you very much.
Yes, commander
na
asomasi no ye papa no ntu so tam say video ni bi na do koto ba bi na say asomasi ni papa no a nipa kro na wo kan na say obetimi achew and as a law we
well and I can depending depending bia enye nyina na ebetumi e dey nsem bia kokko court.
Okay.
So what I say it depending on the person's nidibia and wo a wo kan asem no kra fa no ho no.
Okay onyo bia nipa no sheda fa kan say yan go back to law unsa wo ka say ye kan 67 ka say bia wo wa bo tirimu po intention bo apayo say wo be share image wo di ebi wo so unnim ene bia nkofo bebe so omunim say na me phone minim eseye na me dey call repairs na onipa na share ba ko bi si mre bi obegro abrantie bia na ese oye photographer obegro ese nkofo be twa picture wo ni sika na ese okay so oyo ba sister obeya ene oyi ro homa me na chese me so menje me 3 points ana ese ne lab se na ni nyina record se na dey nti na record o obi enim and it was on na ese ne laptop say no obi e dey ba abontin the record ye no watomra the offer laptop no so ko share ye no ono so e
America no say ni record ye
a man or record no munimo
say recording without a consent you fall under 67.
But what if a man no want to obi amuna o a man gi to mu say omunis come the betu enti
ono say mebo a person shall not with intent to cause serious emotional distress intentionally distribute or intentionally cause another person to distribute the intimate image or prohibited visual recording of another identifiable person without the consent.
What if only intention? Because what is with the intent?
With the intent.
That's only intention. No?
So with the remember, or say shall not with the intent to cause. Intentionally distribute.
Okay. The intention is double.
Can you? Also, you do. A person shall not, with intention to, cause this and cause that and cause that. Intentionally distribute or cause another person to distribute.
Okay.
So what I say. The question is, when I was here, say, or laptop, I say. So what I say. Now answer na cry about laptop na say no so no. The question is, when you were recording the act, did you do that with the consent of the ladies in question?
Even though say man na gia tum say any omo beda no o man gia tum say record
they were not, excuse my language, they were not acting pornography. They were not doing it in front of cameras. The question is, would they have agreed or would they have consented for you to have that relation with them if you had indicated to them that camera or what?
Okay. And very, very interesting. So, obetimi agye atum se me no beda. Ba man agye atum se record me.
Then I make
we breach me privacy. We go many mass.
Well,
we dey madeja beto abon.
Wait here me fa hudie so.
Okay. Nti obetimi agree so ne be ye bibia bi. But what the recording ba mu dia we breach.
We breach.
Okay.
Nti sa recording no kra no. So what record na say wo laptop so
okay
na say laptop no ye wo laptop na say obi ehu na say your laptop till the time they be eja be hye no nobody knows what is contained on your laptop say we no nkuto na say so the wo machine kura na they can hack into the machine and access certain pictures and use it against you.
And no to me hack your phone kura.
And the question is who recorded it? We are going back to square one.
Okay.
Now, so when I record it, did you record with the consent of the other person in the video?
Hey, cancel. My baby what time akra ha.
Me de minimbi.
Omo recording for the JJ obe blackmail says here.
They be blackmailing so yeah.
And also
your friend sexual extortion.
Okay, nti ye na Mmara
go to
before e be do hono so. Say ye mienu so na ye gitu mu say o we de epese ye hwe ne ye hwe se be we ha ye kwan we law program ti pese me ye tu voga. We bete ye hwe atopa ne ye stars ne ade. Na yanka say ya agree na ye twa ye ho video a. Na say obi hack ana wudu phone ko ba bi na kopie ho so e. Ye mienu so na ye agree ye.
Into 67 hono mo no say at the time there was a reasonable expectation of privacy.
Okay.
Both at the time of the creation of the image or visual recording.
Okay.
At the time now we try, there was a reasonable expectation of some privacy. I mean, two consenting adults have consented to record their act. It is between them. It is certainly not for public consumption.
Okay.
And I've also be say, oh, now my phone, no, I said, and now my machine be, I said, I'm the call repairs. Good for you. But the point is, Tama a barnasano, was there a disagreement between you and the lady?
Okay.
Or you were still in good times? So now the court will have to interrogate the circumstances.
Okay. No,
to go behind the scenes to establish your intent.
Because you can't know, now someone ban watch that be just so never be any on.
And so I be a so now me phone I say. Then so now Oban Beka say be a week 3 days before phone no be say. I mean me see me too kwan ana me nye obi foforo. Ana me see ma be che oni ga bi nti me ko ana ma be che oni boy bi nti me ko. Nti wo de ebufu so. So at say nti we will look at all those pieces of circumstances, piece them together and create the picture.
Okay.
To be able to establish your intent.
Good. Africans young call blackmailing no so.
Blackmailing.
See minimum more on crying how the recording call for. Say memma no so nim e bia no be be bi si on ne hotel and e bia o komi fie na the camera hye ho no wa recording no ana kiosk bi mu no wa recording ni pakro no na for ba say wa mama say ya na say me ko police headquarters a ye beba that aspect on do mo ya under duress ye share that check else na say ye ko twa promo ama company bi o no ma fa models no mo ne omko omko ani agigi obi a phones ye hunu mo momo send na wo no ma gi momo no ma ne girls na da no ma video no ma ja o ma go room omo aba be pie civilization kira so one send you 10,000 e do video no beto porn hub nti e ono so ye blackmail me bo
sexual extortion.
Okay.
Section 66.
Okay. Section 66.
66.1.
A person shall not threaten to distribute by post, email. I'm sure I may struggle because of miss. A person shall not threaten to distribute by post, email, text, or transmit by electronic means or otherwise a private image or moving images of other person engaged in sexually explicit conduct with the specific intent to A. Harass, threaten, coerce, intimidate, exert any undue influence on a person, especially to extort money or other consideration or compel the victim to engage in unwanted sexual activity, or B. actually extort money or consideration or compel the victim to engage in unwanted sexual activity.
As your question me answered.
Me the answer and I can US no.
Inti say this any awo kanu. Oni ho kwan say wan ka se obe force obi. Send you okay, your match, guess you who advert say be omo be mo promotion be na mo be ye be acting be into mo be audition. No mo nso e dey abada. The intention mo dey ba ni so mo pe djuma. Mo be po mo anu eduane. Na afa mo show and location wo dodoa. Ti do bibia no ma kom egu honum. Hey, majuju obi a phones. Now they have become your victims. Then under duress, you forced to have sexual relations with them. And in doing so, to other members of the gang are videoing it. And your intention is say that chimbiano omujamwa omayedi omobe fremo atretim say someone physical say ni say amba ye the video no ebegu porn hall. And on your sexual extortion. The question is, how would you be able to assist the investigative officer or the law enforcement agencies to know who the Nipakro, yes,
and also na yasem no. Ko normally omu ni phone back on. To we ya say baby omo yes anu unko hu no. Nti ye be den hu sa so masi e sending message we so one physical mame a me de beto phone have.
When the police or when the security agencies or the law enforcement agencies actually and really want to do something, they can do it. I just said, oh dear, don't watch it. I just say because my learning, per my experience, has taught me, say, metiabeka hanum na se me receive call la wo hanum e wo me number we so a the cell site will pick my location. Now when I move from here to East Legon, it will pick my location. When I move from East Legon to La Paz, it will pick my location. So at any point in time I can be tracked.
Into blackmail you be a police force ya bet chopa na wo na wo share na wo send a message ya bet cho
easy
and almost phone be answer IP address be omutum say
phone bia will be bia
particular phone
bia will be bia your friend no me hwedin no na me mbo enchire mu IMEI
email say
whatever it means. Your phone be
a phone number
specifically for that phone. It is unique.
It said the electoral commission what's your number for pink sheet?
EI 63 part 1 part 1 2A to 1 2D or say International Mobile Equipment Identity Codes. International Mobile Equipment Identity Codes.
The phone bia was
unique.
To me, in your obi bonnet now, because obi jani, phone.
Yeah, but yeah, they will track you. They will track your phone and know where your phone has been.
Into free Accra, Kwako Shekumasi, ebe who say phone free ha. No free her. No, we do phone so lawyer so do phone.
So we do phone now. We do phone. No more coin be so they can go behind it. But the phone no on. Now so we receive text message, we receive WhatsApp, we receive calls. Your calls from Accra to Kumasi. They can tell you, baby. I mean, they can plot your location.
Hey. Say Ghana police omu call money pound. You bet me a chill.
Yeah, bet you. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just collaboration. It's just collaboration because electronic equipment, internet, the opportunities are vast opportunities, both for good and bad. Opportunities are when you take advantage of it, you can enhance your life. You can. I'm able to be. I mean, said and say, cried here by virtue of COVID. Yeah, online course from A to Z.
Yeah.
First, no cry the online certificate. You copy Juma cry and help. Na you see omo monje wo no kra no school bia okoye o masters o school bi wo call no mo see o course we an online nti pay per classroom there. So school, science institution and Gasangas and almost
online.
And almost online.
So I say me call Queen Mary. Yeah, it's a Queen Mary. Them courses number online or
full time.
Online. But council, yemfa we into the nan oche more about okay see a call high court or court where I say tell the GVG this our companies ni hu kwan say omo di your data ebe mo bi no they wo can say police for betimi achewe yemfa say obi akọ blackmail obi e de obi hu video ana bibia akoto abonte ani so na ye police wo person omo chena kwan ben so na police wo say wadum phone ko betimi asi echi kwan ben so na police wo betimi asi echi abra high court ruling we what say yentumi for obi data enkomo obi wo mra kwan so
go in to section 69
okay
69(1)
okay section 69 medu section 69(1) or say an officer may
an investigative
okay an investigator
investigative officer
okay an investigative officer may apply ex parte to the high court for a production order to collect subscriber information.
No.
Okay.
2, the conditions, how you have to work. I mean, the extent to which you have to convince the court.
To police, if one better high court order, any telephone also information be. But what does it mean? Say, change name was say our telephone. What register and now register a information there also no. Police.
So that is why that is why a SIM registration. That is why auto SIM our roadside. That SIM shouldn't be able to work or that SIM shouldn't be activated unless and until you have registered it with a valid national ID.
Okay.
So it will be traceable to you.
Now also nya asem so yetumi abon ho ban. Okay.
So it cuts both ways.
Okay. Now say na minister so almost na be ye cry biom January 1 no bia as a mop up. No mo de obia de akwa kan.
Eno ye nsem bebre eno de it is not for this another day wo frame na sem ba. Yeah. Be ko no.
Okay. Council fe ye nkonkola de no. Na say celebrities ni bi hu ba asem mo de nkola photo akoto ba bi na akola say no ho da ho kakra. Nkofo bebre ye na say kra de obi a wo ye ano de akra ni photo abeto abonten. Ebi wo akola ni ebi sutumi konkrase. Okonkra nkola o mu dware wo on shed draws no watwa. No de abeto internet so yenko enkola ni de mu se wo de akola bi photo koto ba bi a se ye wo ba unia ba obusuani de enye wo ba emra ne sesen wo ho.
Okay. Nti ye he
section
62
okay
of Act 1038.
Okay, section 62. Okay, medru section 62 no.
We head in here protection of children online.
Okay, protection of children online. 62(1) or say a person shall not take or permit to be taken an indecent image or photograph of a child. B. Oh, me ko
Slow down.
Say na what kind of technology no. Yeah, na e wo ko actually. Asan de me by a Credit Council can hold no.
Or say section 62(1) a person shall not take or permit to be taken an indecent image or photograph of a child. B. Produce or procure an indecent image or photograph of a child for the purpose of the publication of the indecent image or photograph through a computer system. C. Publish, stream, including live streaming or an indecent image or photograph of a child through a computer or electronic devices.
Okay. Council to bona cheche hono mu besi hono mai. Because me who streaming be na live oni ade.
Na je say obi entumi entwa akwala anaso be ma ho kwan say yentwa na akwala. Yentwa no picture be a indecent image.
Indecent no be indecent say. Photo a emfata.
What section 97.
97.
Obe hu the definition of indecent.
97. Because law no there yipa o say one kind na mra ne chill say a na council say wuntumi nkokot so ka say na minimo and I bet me say at the time say law no ye foforo ntimi ni betimi proper defense.
Oh, there we. Senchiwa na nchiwa chunso na cho. Now, indecent me hunu aba. Indecent, what's the Oxford Learner's Dictionary definition of indecent?
Nti anu na court the way adwuma.
The ordinary meaning of the word indecent. bia akwala da honum na deja. Tizeni awo you intro no explaining about pedophiles. And the crown so the iPhone omo the notice be cry beto say omo te kwala pictures o phone so they report you. iPhone for
iPhone for na
they will report you.
It says who use iPhone chrome mo show phone him.
Well, there is a way they will get to know. So when they get to know, they will report you.
Sir?
Yes, I mean I saw a notice to that effect.
Nti omo kon krase be se nkola edware no makotwe ni se o yes sir.
Eni se o yes sir.
Na nkola na deja ne ade eguso.
Debi eni se o yes sir. Ebi no mo ye obi kra wo ho no mo anedwuma no no.
Otwitwa nkola photo.
Otwitwa nkola ada nkola edi agro. Ebi a akwedi otifo me di agro no peja na tade na akwara nde so oni mo hwe. Na nso wo kra camera nde onim nya wo hwe. No twa obekọ site bi na ni nyina egu ho nom enti sa site no ehu mu amuta echiri na this cyber act edi mo bedi
na council say emfa say enkora na ye wo ma wo na bia wo ne omudi agro bia swimming pool mu ana enkora na edi mpepra gro ofie na wo twa na bia ne nan we da ha na onhye bia pioto na ha go and so o ka say oba so emra no bedi.
When you go to the developed countries like UK for instance, UK and US that I know of, baby omo enibie no ekon kan wa oba cry to me for police ema nti so wutwatwa wo se wo ba na so wo ye niome bia emfata eye indecent na se social welfare for na social workers it mean determines and as akwa no ko school e ko bo ni teacher amane obo teacher na amane first asudi that teacher so say first and foremost no be inform social workers say wa kwale be school and no say complaint say no dey aba and social workers will now follow up with investigation when they found you culpable ya ja kwa no won sem
hey
and you mean can say wo ba nti wo be taking an indecent image now we are populating on on the internet and streaming it live for whatever reason no.
But council normal photo say wow baby odi ni birthday ana bia ye to akra ni din ana oni omo pie ko baby normal photo de obetimi atwa
for so long as there is nothing indecent about it.
Hey, indecent also na ya asem no.
For so long as there is nothing indecent.
Sakola na deje bia na ho.
Baby and just a foot picture na we twa no. Oh, wo baba. Wa boniti wo the ribbons abubu mu wa she no floral dress. Happy birthday. Kita akwa ni ya de. Now one gets all the 2 page. Happy birthday, mommy. What is indecent about?
Okay. Ne mom se bia akola no kra no ya aba ne hu gu ho de wa hye ne leggings na ne e bia be 12 13 na nufu bubo mo no de.
Look at the meaning of indecent in the dictionary.
Okay.
What it means is what the court will apply.
Okay.
If it should happen to you.
Okay.
Me gidi pa say nubi na tu yenu aba.
Ekuapin polo no.
And for whatever it is today, I want to believe wherever it is, we need no.
Oh, one more crack kind so no no pa only bio. Say kono kwa na adani advocate or church other celebrities say mo hwe yo na ma munye se me. Ba kan say yenko asotwe ni mu. Say ubu sa cyber crime emra we so a e dey any punishment e be ma be konsa wom and I bebo can am what you are fine.
For instance, sexual extortion, section 66 for no say a person who contravenes subsection 1 or 2 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years.
Hey,
and not more than 25 years.
10 years.
Not less than 10 years. The judges have the discretion to determine between 10. We range here between 10 and 25. Law no act no e wo hanom no. Under section 66 sexual extortion the act or the law didn't give an option of a fine.
I just say no your sexual extortion. Indeed, the words a soccer judge bet me am 10.
Say judge no hu mobile bibia de obekome 10 years.
Hey.
Inti sa
did you grow?
Inti sa guys now say omone girls no wo ye do do wa on momo yes. If the girls actually cooperate with the police and the police apply themselves to it and these boys are picked from their hideout
10 years
minimum,
maximum 25
just a clock within 10-25 in the odim
or life for we
for so long as you are identified as the one of them who had called and threatened the ladies, the case is established.
Okay. Now, where are sexual offenses?
Where is sexual extortion?
Extortion. Council, you know more threatening for be on my Facebook, YouTube, other social media.
Non-consensual sharing.
Inti enko normal te obi or send you I'll kill you. Almost only obi enya asem. No obi or friend on fa.
So I know a regular threat.
I know a regular threat.
I think Act 29 takes care of it.
Okay. Inti I know them found say on the internet.
Oh, there be a regular, a simple regular threat. Okay. When cybercrime ne kania non-consensual sharing of sexual images. Okay, but regular threats and all manner of one. I mean, any in my section. I mean, Act 29. No.
Edubekum. Council. And one education power.
Interestingly, too, no. This Act 1038, you know. This offenses regarding sexual extortion, non-consensual sharing of intimate images. No? From what I'm reading here, no, it doesn't give you an option of a fine. Well, or see a person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 1 year and not more than 3 years.
And when you wow, be share image, will be photo.
Oh no girl, no boy, akasakasa aba. Now the picture be what threaten now they are called to roadside.
They are called to Facebook and YouTube and baby. And not less than 1 year.
Not more than 3.
Then they 1 to 3 years they will
without an option of a fine.
And busa fine.
They be en kaso tiesika say. So when to me a bobeko mo sa dey bi.
So we dey say dey bia e bon dey ro. Nkofo nimo. Ko boni nkofo di no social media no.
Sir. Nyankopon adom Mmara no so sen. Mmara no so sesen.
Na ya ba na echeche.
Echeche mu nti se. What no Mmara no so sen first time no but modern say kwisi de bia no. Obehwe Mmara no so sen. Na hwe beyond the cyber we na ye de ba no. What other topics here they discussing?
Council here they be but authority no. Cyber crime authority na ya no omo chefa bi wo sa law yi say law ne be ye adwuma na obi ani beda ho because say they make police headquarters bebre o council ba ko bi kwa the nurses omo ye student nurses na obi say omo fro car na nipa no o ase uba fo bi azan o na odi omo ekoye eno so sa me call na police for na ani abre omo check omo trace telephone numbers ni am omo akocheche boys yi nyina nti akwanche na adebema authority no so omo role law ni acting
authority no de enyeme na memo omo akwanche the law has prescribed it for them into section 3. I mean section 2 talks about the establishment of the cyber security authority. Section 3 talks of the objects and section 4 talks about the functions of the authority okay. And the enyeme na meka they are talking about the governing body of the authority.
But we are aware so matter authority no. Community authority na semo.
Mehwehwe.
Se atia.
Mehwehwe.
Na wo so yenkobuso omo yenko from Mmara ha se dey ubo. Omi hu act nim se wo so omo so ye public education. Nti we lawyer wo na we free and tua wo hwe wo. And so ka wo ye authority no so adwuma ama no.
So we dey anka me no wi na mama wo invoice.
Meet ala.
No invoice smuggle.
Meet. But no yenhwe obi so busa sesi ase. Obi so ebetimi use images na say law na se me yen share no. O so obi de ne boy ko ba bi so na so wato no mo na ne ade. Boy ni di videos no oni girl na twa o mo dam paso ne ade na koye. Nti no sa no na ye o mo private videos o. So the corner of the Koyeni defense or court and our police.
In court, they are saying here, sa case in the court in the camera.
Okay.
And open court. So what I say. Okay. So if these images will be shown, it will be shown in camera, probably in the chambers of the judge.
Okay.
So in the on war ban what honum. Now the lawyer need be sound. So what about this? We see what told on our hanum. And unless of course you are talking about marital rape.
Okay.
Which is completely different from my understanding of the question that we be saying.
Okay, yeah, different. Different. Now just say nipa no say be allegation or yeah the two so no betimi the allegation na waka defamation. but you edina ko under defamation wo go mani mase obuo ni dia bia na me ya sorry penny akọ kasa mato mo 90 no chese wa ma obuo ni die na me wa asa sorry penny aba from tie na
it is coming down in the eyes of the right thinking members of the society.
Okay. Council. And then the council is here to meet you. Come here. Get to meet you.
I feel so wiki mo. Me say no WhatsApp me. School headmistress and school proprietors. We could try the staff. I'm a reporter the staff not to the police. Police betche staff no staff no kono. No try staff. Video. Try no video. On order beto or more fan say PTA WhatsApp platform so. And a teacher no who here. No they don't call court. They don't call court and I say okay.
Breaching privacy no.
Breaching the privacy.
Now to make us say a no public place. Say police for beto or match or abonting.
They be said down to say na make catch us here. Say radio, I mean TV for cram mo could you na say. Would you change your move be cut out? And I'm going to say,
cut away.
Cut away. Mucha cut away, no money, man. Who is na Ebia, Obia, 190, and now we are 90 abroad or Jenny Pure Water. I'm going to come in this in a channel, which I also a breach of privacy. One, as I see a Busano answer. Thank you very much. Not Japanese one here back as answer. Or Japanese. Until you could Germany, you could try videos to Joma and also jump on a some of the media houses no more omo be twa saa no a ye twa nkofo no nan pe won say higher marketplace amanfo ekoba ana say twa bibia ye be hu etiko no nkuto so obi anim kra ba you fed it
no kra me hu sa brocho mo tae pa na me kai pa se yesu na bibi wo TV so GBC said the music for a dancing feet na me wo fa ba ko na oni na langa jo bi ko bi da Omucha no ba TV so na ire hu no say hey is the man with the double intestines they be the train say okofa na language we bi akọ it sa no ba to ko program ye twa ba TV so a unim say ho ye twa program no ba TV so dada say bia ko ye obi na ya announcement outside broadcast e wa ha nti wo apese oba bibia ba na wo ba ho na ye twa ode no ye consent
you know there so say mo ye announcement say ye ku twa program Inti emfa no so mo mote o nyina ma
kwan
constructive consent say see and see so at you see but obe only me be adwene so say there are times you go to certain functions and also be kwa sorry wo phone na wo twa picture pe ni ote wo nche na oyi nani ato nchen
say nya consent o ma
David
okay
the reasons are more the person doesn't want to associate with you
ampa council member yakoye time na so ban pese oyiwe asofo no so a na yesi ache baifo na yetwa no okọ asori so okọ bompa ye wankwase yanchi ne se baifo na yetwa no na yedna ba se oye baifo na yedna to TV so na yeyi no ya mansan ye baifo ewe obekọ bia nim so oye baifo bi wa wakọ mo ye nkora nketewa ya che so kamanu masem na okana nu masem say ye hypnosis so say ye nim eno so a breach of privacy
straight away.
No,
how do you know so you before?
No.
Who determines who is before?
It to me so I dear so no adwuma.
I say na say you before. Can you prove in court to say you before?
Or no
court or no dey betumi prove or court to say what in the picture be to abontin so you before abreko onye before obetumi prove a chere court aso also betumi prove a chere court to say o you before
obeka say sunsum
e dey
sunsum
they no prove ni dia no dey no wan can say ni dey na sunsum
but we a guy rough and one boy pa no
they be no maybe koso it's because people are not taking such so-called pastors on. So it has become a way of life.
Or the nesabo bia so huni ho. Ba krokro say sorry to say o baby atambo. Ni nyina on camera o. Na bra so anim da ho. So oni o baby da huni ho. O wo da.
Interesting wo a ugina ho no ma ye ka sa kire na the congregation are laughing. Na your budget of no so hey.
no say we me hu da o say me hu da say scroll
for lack of knowledge.
My people are perishing, council.
People are perishing, yes.
But Mmara says I am more perishing.
David.
I
mean, it is good you know you're right. It is good wherever you find yourself. You should be alive and alert to your surroundings.
Lawyer, you know I say. Lawyer Francis Kojo Kwatin Arthur. Ono kwa design.
Seshi benchama enkatieso.
Enkatieso. Seshi benchama enkatieso. Mama ye lawyer papa lawyer nyakupo nshaw. Say no ba be cheche law ni mu che. Cyber crime abusi afo ya chirem TV for ni radio for ye de wom. Asofo mu de wom. Obia de wom amu blackmailing ko for metwa video. Ono get ne boy. Say ye program wo hwe na wo ntu ho fo ansakra. Ene e wo de obedem 10 years and a lawyer can ubedem. I was a fancy Mmara saying, a better must be brave, some much Mmara, Edmai, lawyer, so than I say, so boy, this way chocolate drink. Any special ice, mineral water, ensure a bois, a boost to immune system, Yadamunina, I say, NFA, special ice, special drinks, Monsieur the Massy Bree, Lauren exclusive, East Legon, opposite a turmeric hotel, or Monsieur a dress here, come, a day about Betsna, but for your best to us, so now, that's a Mmara saying, Abram, if I'm a vim lady, if you're Pokua, well, here you be. It was.